Welcome. I'm just trying out a new system, so just making sure everything works. So the camera looks a little dark, but okay. So volume is working. All right, everyone. Welcome to my new subscribers, and I'm on Facebook, on YouTube, and on TikTok. Welcome. Um, Hopefully. I got some new subscribers, Deep Ministry has, and you only found my channel because you're vibrating at the right frequency. Maybe you put me in your in your biofield to help you remember, and thank you for being obedient and raising your vibration and frequency at a time like this. I have so many downloads this week, so um, I'm a time constraint today because I'm going to the movies. But I really want to pop on at least for 30 minutes for us to talk about what's taking place in our realm. Um, I love. There's so many information out there, but we have to learn to discern, understand the time we're living in. Um, and the more and the deeper you get into this, it's just like you're just scratching the surface. If you're in the church, because I was in the church, and you think you know something, it's someone says the Bible is basic information before leaving Earth. And I think understanding the Bible literally is basic information before leaving Earth. And then you go a little deeper. And then you go a little deeper. It is, I don't think any person on Earth right now can't understand what consciousness is, even understand what our soul is. We're just barely scratching the surface of who we are because people can't come fathom the truth about self, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Because I watched a video, um, I think on YouTube, and it's called, I think, Philosophical Essence. I'm going to post this video, but I'm going to post the link in the description box so you can watch it. And Philosophical Essence, and it really opened my eyes, people. We talked about the Kabbalah, we talk about the Masons, we talk about all these secrets, Illuminatis. We talk about these secret societies, people, and um I don't know if they're told to us for us to fear it or for us to revere those people in these whatever group they call them, secret society group. But what this video, this documentary really opened my eyes to, based on everything, the Christ letters and everything that I've read before, is that we, the secret is us. People far and wide. I don't know where you are today, but I don't know where country you are. I don't know where you're going through. But let me tell you, all the secret society, it's us. It's understanding who we are. Is we not knowing who you are. The secret is we don't know who we are, and they don't want to tell us who we are. Because if they tell us who we are, we're not slave anymore. So, remember, if you're into the Hermetic principles and the Egyptian things, we'll talk about the Egyptian because I personally believe um, the Egyptian, what we were taught, about the Egyptians, it's really talking about us. It's talking about self. It's talking about masculine and feminine and energy and electric energy and magnetism, electromagnetism. This is how this world is run, everybody. This is what this is made up of. This is who we naturally are. So at this time, we have to remember that the secret, people used to travel, according to this documentary, people would travel to Egypt. And I don't think Egypt was over there. Maybe there was only one Egypt. We don't know the truth. We're just finding out our history and know that history is totally, the victors wrote the history, his story. They give us a little truth, and most of it is lies. But anyway, yeah, the truth is, because when people would travel to the hermeticism schools and the different schools, and they want to learn the universe, they want to learn this, they want to learn that, they would tell them scrub the floor. And they'll be like, "Oh, I come here to learn the mysticism of this universe, and you're telling me to scrub the floor?" Hmm? Why would they tell him to scrub the floor? Why would they tell him to take care of the lamps in the sanctuary? Hmm? Why would they tell? I think one example was given. When they went there, someone said, let's make go ahead and scrub this iron until you can see your face through it. Until you can see your face through it. Those are the hidden things that they let us want to revere and think, oh, there's people better than us. No, these mysticism schools was for us to understand who we are, to make us better person, to let us spend time with self. And that's the biggest thing right now, because people do not want to spend time with self. They don't want to spend time with self. And so it's discipline. It's discipline. We have to discipline ourselves, and know who we are. Because when those people scrub the floors, they go there to learn the Hermetic principles, and they go there and scrub the floors. They came out well disciplined, understanding self, understanding priority, understand knowing who you're made up of. And this is where we're at now. So many things. One of the big takeaways is be neutral all the time. This world flows, this world come, this world go. Be neutral. There's an example about the blue sky. Some days it's cloudy, some days it's sunny, but some days it's rainy, some days it's storms, a earthquake, but the blue skies will be there. It reminds me of that song, "The sun will come out tomorrow." The sun's always going to come out. So our mindset is supposed to be in a neutral position. And why neutral? Meaning, don't let anything affect you one way or the other, because you are the master of your domain. You are creating your universe. How this world is set up is, they want our emotion, they want our reaction. They want that from us. And when we do that, then we create something else, because we're manifesting what they want us to manifest. Because the people who are in control of this realm, they understand that. They understand who we are, but we do not. We do not understand the power that lives within this body. This is what the Masons and the Illuminatis are telling us, that we're just an extension of what we call consciousness, what you call God, what you call Jehovah. That power, just wrap it in your mind. It's so hard for people to understand that same power, as the Bible says, that rose Christ from the dead lives within you. Whatever is in Jesus, whatever is in Buddha, whatever is in Moses, it's in you. It's in you. And when Christ says, Greater works than I do, you will do." Yeah, greater works than Christ did, you will do. So this is the time for us to, as we ascend, as the old earth is coming to an end. And when we said old earth, we're talking about this physicality. Only think of us as this physical being to be dressed up. Um, we paying for this society that takes us out of nature. And when I say take us out of nature, only appease to the physicality. We're mind, body, and spirit. It's four elements: mind, body, emotions. I think mind, body, it's emotions, and spirit, which represents the four elements. You know, fire, fire, water, um, air, fire, water, air, and I think fire, water, air, and emotion. I'm the think for the our physicality represents the four elements. Somehow we think of God, when the Bible says we're beautifully and wonderfully made, as within us, so outside of this world. I was just thinking earlier, and I'm like, what's inside of us? That's the sun. If there's a sun outside of us, there's a sun inside of us, and that's the soul. The wind that we feel in the earth, there's a wind inside of us. That's the air, that's the ether, that helps us breathe, and we can feel the air outside of us that keeps us cool. So as whatever is outside, we see in the and when and even to go deeper, that listen, we think that this holographic realm that we're in makes us think that it's outside of us. Every aspect of this experience is you. This is you. This is what the mystics is hiding. This is what the secret society is hiding. Because we can't enslave someone mentally who knows who they are. This is what we're in. So they gave us the church, and that was okay for them. They gave us the church because somehow they probably thought we would have grown. We're here to remember. What's happening right now is just that more people are remembering who they naturally are, who we've been. We're probably we're very old soul. We're not even still in this world. People live to be 100, thousands of years old. You know, we're thousands of years old, and we're here to have an experience. We're here to remember, not gain new knowledge, to remember. Everything is imprinted in our DNA. Our DNA has everything, every lifetime we've been here. Every time we die, have knowledge of the universe. Our DNA have the imprint of our bloodline. We're here to remember who we are. That's who we are. We're here to remember. So as we continue to remember, we see so many things going on in our realm, and a lot of things. Times we're panicking, and I'm here to tell you today: don't panic. Don't panic. I just saw a video on TikTok where they did an experiment, and that came to me a couple weeks ago. They did an experiment with I think it's piranha. You know that fish that eat the small fish, and they put a glass, an invisible mirror between the piranha and the fishes. And every time he saw the other fish, he wanted to go over there, and he was in rage and rage. And days after days, he couldn't. get to the fish. So what? He gave up. And when they removed the glass, the fish came over and swim on him and touch him. But he was mentally programmed that there's a barrier there, and he couldn't touch the fish. So you know what? Even with the fish inside in his mouth, touching his mouth, the piranha died for hungry because he's still thinking that the fish, he can't reach the fish, and the fish was right there. And this is what I think is happening to us now. We've been programmed so long in a spirit of lack, in a spirit of um, ill health, in a spirit of dependency, that now we have some freedom. Now, someone says CERN is turned off. We're still thinking that we're enslaved. We're still thinking that we're enslaved. We're still looking out there that, oh, it's the government is doing this. What if it's just the earth? What if it's just you ascending? What if it's part of you growing up? Are we getting free? The gate is open, but we're still thinking that we're enslaved because that's what we're used to. We're used to, oh, I have to work this hard to get whatever I want. My mother worked hard, my grandmother worked hard, and I have to go out there and work hard to earn the bucks. And even though you spend your life in church, and you hear the song says, my yoke is easy and my burden is light, why we have to work this hard? And when you see your grandson or your granddaughter on TikTok being who they are and getting paid thousands of dollars, you call them lazy. Oh, go out and get work. That's work. That's work. It's you prefer to give other people your energy, and you get people can't pay us for our time. People can't pay us for our time. Those people that have the businesses that we go to work, they start out with a thought. Everything started out as a thought. Apple thought Apple founder started out as a thought. Your son was on TikTok. It started out as a thought. Or your grandson. And he said, you know what, today I'm going to pick up my phone and I'm going to dance and post it. That's a thought. It's the same work the rich man does when you call rich or your business or your manager. It's the same work that your grandson is doing. And then they said, oh, let me hire a couple people and pay them and get their energy and keep them from their families. They can't spend time to enjoy this beautiful world. They'll be too tired. Someone says that weekend is called weekend. They get so tired they can't enjoy lives, and then they retire at 70 and still can't. And by the time they retire, they die. This is not the world. That's the old world, people. This is a new world. Michael Jackson clearly tell you, you get up at night and let the universe pour into you the direction you need to go. But we prefer to spend all day on TikTok and social media talking about what Donald Trump is doing, what this government's doing, and what that's government doing, not holding our response and thinking that they're better than us, thinking that they have knowledge of the universe more than we do, not thinking that they're just like us. And if you want to put it, they're not like us, because they severed their connection from the divine source, and we are still connected to the divine source. So they're harvesting our energy. They're harvesting our energy so we can create what they want us to create. And whatever you see happening here, we paying for water, we paying for food, you know, we paying for this land that was given to us freely. Yeah. It's all that is because we don't know who we are. So we're doing the bidding. But We're doing the bidding for those who have knowledge of the universe and understand who we are. This world that we're living in, someone called it a stage. It's the Truman Show. The only people that doesn't know, it's the ones that's in the cage, us. We're not enslaved with our physical body or mind. And the slavery that we're in is us not knowing who we are. So right now, as Bob Marley passed on and said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. None. So all these secret societies, and you have whoever is in the secret society, and this is that. The secret is us. The secret is always been us. That we don't know we are who we are, that we don't know that we're consciousness beings, we're energy beings. Energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. They taught us to fear death. We cannot die. We only transformed from this generation to another, this world to another. We are God's experience. We are not the God. We're not this source. We are extension of the divine source. The Bible clearly tells us there's no form of separation. We're all one. One. We're one. We never left source. The power is within us. We never severed our connection from the divine source. That's why the source, even though we're this place, earth is run by people who remember who they are, because all is happening to us. We don't remember where we are. It's like you're in a computer game and the program is, they're gonna forget who they are. They're gonna forget who they are. And that, and they need to remember, they're gonna remember. The source or creator feel comfortable sending us into such a hostile place, sending us into such a hostile place where we totally forgot who we are. And we come to this earth and we're programmed with understanding the literal aspect of the Bible. We talk about Jake, everyone in the Bible, we know, and we don't talk about ourselves. We're programmed to go to work, we're programmed to leave our families. And all this is, we're descending in consciousness. And we see our ancestors are as primitive and all that. And they have more knowledge of the universe than we are. If you grew up with your grandmother and right now you're seeing things that they used to say, come alive. Come alive, because they understand nature. We're nature beings. We're not McDonald's eating, Wendy's eating, KFC eating kind of people. We're electrical beings. We need energy. Energy to grow, energy to keep us our connection, that it can be severed, keep our vibration higher. So we're not being ruled by people who is not connected to the source. So we can remember who we are. We're falling. What is happening? The KFC, the food and the water. They take all the minerals out of the water. Remember, we're energy beings. You have to think like that. We have to think like that. We're energy beings. We connect more with the earth. We connect more with the trees. We connect more with the water, not bottled water. Not bottled water, not KFC, not all this fast food. That's not who we are. And that's why our ancestors were more spiritual, because they vibrate at a higher level. And you tell some people now, and they think um, highways and all the latest technology, cell phones and 10 TVs in the house is the way to go. That's the old earth people. Because I'm manifesting. I can, as there's a scripture say, as for me and my house, this house, the body is a temple of the Most High God. I'm manifesting nature. That's the new earth. I am manifesting. We are people that walk through portals. We were people that communicate telepathically. We spoke less. So when we hear the stories in the Bible about the Tower of Babel, uh, they were so powerful they tried to build something up to the sky. That's their story. And God destroyed. God, why would God destroy? Because we're here to, just like Christ, we're here to walk this earth like the gods that we naturally are, as Jesus did. That's why we're here. So, those are the things that's happening now, and I just want to tell everybody for time. Okay, I just want to tell everyone, stay in a neutral place, as within, so without. Just like how the world around us operates, that's how our body systems operate. Keep yourself in a parasympathetic mode, a calm mode, not in a fight or flight mode. You reacting to everything. That doesn't mean you let everybody walk over you, but you know how to respond. Take some time to respond. We're in this, what we're doing, we're training our ego, to let our ego know that we're okay. And when we do that, then the world balance, we're just here to balance ourselves, and that energy spread. And this is the beauty of this time. We're not here to save everybody. We don't have to open a church and say, oh, deep ministry, say this. No, I can just change myself. I change me, and I change my entire household. My entire household change, and my neighbors change. My neighbors change, and my community change. And my community change. I change a city, and then we change a state, and then we change the world. You know, we just have to start with us. We have to start with us. And what we have to start with, man, know thyself. Know who you are. I know you're looking at this physicality. That's why we had physics and chemistry in school. They go deep, because this world is electromagnetic. We are electrical beings. We are nature. Walk bare feet. That's as I grew up. That's how we did. And we thought that was a primitive way of living. That's why they did it, because they want us into a place where we think, oh, we are less primitive, but we're descending in consciousness. So everyone get to choose. You get the cities, you get the roads, you get the big buildings, but you're spiritually, you're in a lower vibration. We get sick more, you know so all this, the cell phone and all this, come with more sickness, more rules. Oh my gosh, all over the world, more cameras, more oppressive tactics. And it just came to me earlier, are those oppressive tactics is a way to trigger us in waking up? We might see the government doing this, and we might see the government doing that, but is it part of the waking up process? That's why what I'm saying here today, be in a neutral position. Be in a neutral position, because the clouds right now, you might see, cover the blue sky, but eventually that cloud's going to leave. You be the blue sky. You be the sun that comes up. Know that the sun is coming up tomorrow. So all this, that's going to excite your emotions for you to have a reaction, because energy goes where attention goes, and that's how they want our energy. But if you want to be the change in this world at this time, we have to be in a position where we're not reactionary. We have to be in a place where we're just sitting and don't okay, there's they said clouds in the fire. Let's sit back and watch. Because in one of the examples that they get that I watched that documentary about people who decide go to masters to study, and all they're studying is about themselves, is that um this man is went out, his son died, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna watch what next. And then something else happened, that the son died, but something happened that if the son didn't die, he would have catch so and so. Everything is a season. Watch how the world operates. Don't be quick, because what we're reacting to is just programming, what they teach us to program. So we want to deprogram from this world and walk as the divine beings that we are, walk as the spiritual beings. That's why the Bible always say, discern, 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 discern. So in order to discern, you have to be in a neutral position, because they're just showing us stuff that they program, where it's like a computer and you put a certain program in. So we want to get out of that programming. Know, and the best way to start is know who we are. Know your divine being. We're just holographic, and I know it's hard to believe. We're just an hologram of who we naturally. This is just an avatar for Earth. This is just we leave this here, and our spirit goes somewhere else. There's a higher version of us. We're just playing this. We're just here to remember, and in we remembering, we ascend in some form another, or not. So, and a lot of us and some people are just here to help the world ascend. This can't be the earth. The earth is can't be in this low vibration, because if it continues in the low vibration, everything's just gonna pop. It has to ascend. So some of you are here to help this world, and we're not here to help this world by going out there and yelling, and however you do it, it's you. But we're here first. If we find out who we are, we start vibrating at the right frequency, and wherever you go, you're a walking sun wherever you go. You're gonna spread light. You just your presence, just your presence. And this is the beauty of the time that we're in. So whatever you see going on, don't be overreactionary. Don't be um in your fight or flight mode. Just relax and see what comes next, and know that the blue skies you will see blue skies. And if you just wait, if you just wait, I think there's a scripture said the darkest time is always just before the sun comes up, or something like that. So you just wait. Stop being reactionary. Stop being part of the program. They want us to be like that. We're spiritual beings. We're divine beings. Relax. Stay in a neutral position and discern, 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 and spend time with self. Understand yourself. Know yourself. Watch your thoughts. I have to do another video. Our thoughts and our emotion create this entire everything that we're doing. That's how we create. Think of creative things. Teach our children to think creatively. Everyone we look, Elon Musk, everything started out as a thought. They understand what they do. They understand the laws of the universe, but our children doesn't understand they can be anything they want to be. That's what Disney's original plan, you know, to be anything he wants to be. You can be anything you want to be by a thought. And stop telling your children, go out there and look work. No, we're not. We're leaving that. That's the old earth. That's the old earth. The real work is working on ourselves. The real work is being helping our neighbors, be building and expanding this universe. That's the real work. Not going out there and give all your energy to something that you can't enjoy this beautiful earth that we were given. That's the real work. All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you. I just want to come on today. I haven't been live on all my platforms in a while. So thank you. Be blessed. Stay neutral. Don't be reactionary. Love one another. Watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts and your emotions. Watch your thoughts. Everything starts with a thought, and we reap what we sow. And if we sow bad thoughts, we have nothing to blame anyone for but others. But tomorrow I'll do another video on our thoughts.